This is Conversation with the Homecare Guyz After Show. We are super to continue to carry the conversation on with my sister, Jessica, the #1 loan originator in the state of Georgia.
Oh, my.
Oh, yeah, she got it. She got it down packed. So just wanted to go through and actually continue the conversation because I think a lot of people, they've been intrigued on how to go through and get started in the home buying process. And we realized that a lot of people, like the average person, they're making between $40,000 to $50,000 a year. And they desire home ownership. So I want to go through and if you can give maybe 3 tips on how we can get those people into home ownership.
Great. Gotcha. 40,000. I mean, it's a great income, and that's pretty much probably average income. First thing is you want to look at get your credit score straight first. Okay. So you want a 640 or higher. How do you get that? Pretty much you want to pay all your bills on time and keep your debt low. That's what I want to focus on. So if you make 40,000, what we do is I'm gonna run your credit. First thing I'm gonna look at your credit score. Okay. Second thing I'm gonna look at is your liabilities. Okay. How much debt you have. Okay. So at 40,000, I would recommend not having too much debt.
What are, like, for liabilities? Like, kind of break it down. What are some of the common liabilities that people have?
That's over liabilities.
Yeah. Great show. A lot of people have car notes. Okay. A lot of people have student loans.
Credit cards,
loans. Furniture bills. I've seen all of it. So once you get in a mortgage, you want to have those things kind of paid down or almost paid off, and we can pay them off at closing.
Got it.
With a salary of 40,000, I would recommend not having 3 or 4 car notes.
Got it.
Because what we do is we're going to add up all of those monthly liabilities plus the new mortgage. The new mortgage is going to be $1,100, $1,200, $1,400.
Right.
So we have to add all of that up and divide it by your gross income. When you're getting a mortgage, we go by your gross income, what you make before taxes. Gotcha. So the less we have to add up, it gives you more purchasing power, if that makes sense. So you want to make sure you keep your debt low. You want to make sure you don't do all this co-signing.
Wow.
Yeah, because if I go out here and co-sign for Caleb a car, and if his car is $700 a month,
that's on you.
That's my debt.
Is the whole debt on you, or just a portion?
Unless I can show that you've been paying that mortgage for an entire year out of your bank account. And then we probably can exclude it then. But if not, I have to add your $700 car note plus all my bills plus the new mortgage, and you already thrown out of the equation.
Yeah.
Wow.
So you want to be very careful when you're co-signing for people if you're thinking about getting a mortgage.
Is that the same thing for student loans? I know a lot of times parents, they're desiring to have their kids go off to college and they're signing student loans. Is that the same thing as well?
The good part about student loans is our law changed last year. So with FHA, where we had to count, like if you had $100,000 worth of student loans, we had to hit you with a false payment of $1,000. Even though you weren't making that payment, if they call for it while you're paying this mortgage, we had to make sure you still can afford the mortgage and the student loan payment.
Wow.
So we had to average in that $1,000 payment. But with the law change versus $1,000 payment, we can charge $500, or you can get an income-driven repayment plan. So if that payment plan came back to be $2, hey, we could take out that $500, put the $2 in, and then make you. So that was the game change.
So that qualified a lot of people that had student loan debt.
Yeah. It was a great change.
So let me go ahead.
Is that something that's on time specific? Is it only going to last the next couple of years? Is it something that's a law change that?
No, it's law change. Hey, that changed last year. So hey, you better get in the house while you can, because laws change daily, yearly. So this is the time. Hey, a lot of high-profile people that have a lot of student loan debt. Teachers, lawyers, principals, doctors, you better get in there now. You know?
So let me ask, I hear something about like the heroes. Is it like nurses, like healthcare, like nurses, caregivers, doctors? Like what is that program? Is that a program that is that with real estate? Is that with loans?
Loan officers and realtors, they can take advantage of that. And pretty much they give a percentage of they give you something back once the deal is done at closing. Okay. Some people pay for an appraisal, so that option is out there. Homes for Heroes.
Okay, gotcha. So it's pretty much covering like appraisal costs or something like that.
Correct.
Okay, that's cool.
And speaking of appraisals as well, so when preparing to go through and buy a home, what are some of the things that a person can expect to go through from some of the closing costs, appraisal? Are there any fees that somebody should know about?
Right. Great question. First, you submit your documents, get the pre-approval, you go out house shopping with your realtors, you find a house, you go into contract.
Right.
Within that first 3 days, pretty much you're going to have to need funds. So you need funds readily available, not, hey, I'm going to get them in the next 3 weeks. No, as soon as you sign the contract, you're going to have an inspection done. And the inspection is going to pretty much tell you how the house is. And I tell people, hey, you just don't want a pretty house. You want a good home.
Yes,
Right.
yes.
Every house that looks good is not a good home.
Correct.
Nice.
The inspector's going to go in and inspect the plumbing, the roof, the electricity to tell you whether or not you're getting a great home or not.
Correct.
The second thing is you have to pay for, first thing is the earnest money.
Earnest money. Yep.
Earnest money. You have to put down on the property, be it 1% of the purchase price, $1,000, $2,000. That's going to let the seller know you're interested. Hey, give me 30 days and this house is going to be mine.
Got it.
So you want to make sure that, you have your earnest money ready. You want to have the appraisal money ready.
Right.
And the final thing you have to have is your appraisal money.
Right.
The appraisal is going to tell you how much the house is valued,
Got it.
the value of the home. Pretty much inspections run between $500 to $600.
Okay.
Appraisal is going to run between $500 to $700. The good part about it is your earnest money and your appraisal money, that's going to be deducted from your cash to close amount.
Good.
Got
So
it.
it's not like it's wasted funds.
Okay.
All right. The only thing won't be deducted is that inspection. That's optional.
Got it.
Right.
Some people get them, some people don't get them. But I would recommend if you're spending at any price point, you want to know what that home is.
Exactly.
Right.
Is like before you go into it. You don't want to close on that property. The next month you find out you need an entire $30,000 roof.
Right.
Exactly.
You know, because it's going to be your expense
Right.
then. So you
Right,
want to pay that $500-$600, get that inspection done, go over the inspection report with the realtor, and make sure you're getting a good quality home.
That sounds like a plan. That sounds amazing.
And these are the things that a lot of times, like throughout the home buying process, these are the things that people are not going to tell you if they go online to get it.
Right.
These are the things that when you go through and have a person, a name with the face, somebody who lives, walks, and breathes in the community, who can go
Right.
through and say, "Hey, Jess, give me the back end. Let me know what's going on."
Right.
Because and one thing here, so at our organization at Prime Care, is one thing our goal is to go through and actually empower our team.
Mm-hmm.
And so one thing that we do is we bring industry experts such as yourself to come in to let our team know the process, because it's not good enough for Caleb and I to own a home.
Right.
We want our team to be able to come to the table to attain home ownership.
Every
Absolutely.
team member.
Every team member, because regardless of whether there are a lot of loyalty comes in with team members and employees, and it's our responsibility to go through and bring individuals like yourself to go through and say, hey, it is possible.
Right.
Because we have individuals out here that are married that when their income come together, they may not know that it's
Right.
possible.
It's possible.
We have people that are truck drivers. We know people that are truck drivers that's on the road all the time.
Great money.
Great money, but they're renting and not realizing the value of home ownership.
Right.
And so I think that's important as well.
Well, I want to say, what is one of your goals this year? Do you have like a number of people that you're trying to help to get in a home? Like what is your personal goals or your business goals for your home loan?
Yeah. My goal this year, I want to help at least 60 people get into a home. Okay. That's the minimum. At least 60 people I've helped. I don't know how many so far this year. I have, it's two sets.
Yes.
A number, and then I want to look at my volume.
Exactly.
You know,
Right.
So it's two sets. Hey, if I reach my volume, I'm good.
Yes.
Hey, numbers, whatever. But if I reach the volume, I'm good or whatever. So I want to do that. How do I go about doing that? I'm trying to get out here and connect with more realtors.
Right.
I'm pretty visible on social media and get out here and just connect with the people. Let them know, hey, I'm real. If you want the home, hey, I want to get you in that home. Follow the instructions and then you can get there, So yeah, I'm gonna go about and do it. I'm gonna work hard. It's gonna take hard work. But
Are you open to any feedback? I want to give you some feedback about it. So when it comes to getting those goals, those volume goals, doing what you're doing right now, sitting down at the table and actually conversating with individuals, sitting down, like one thing that I do each week is I sit down and have lunch with entrepreneurs, with CEOs, with other business-minded people, and we just sit down and talk about lunch because I know someday down the road our paths may cross as well. And so that's one thing that the networking is so key. And just like you, I'm a natural introvert. Like even people think like, oh my gosh, you lead an organization, you're not an introvert. Like I'm a natural person. I can sit at the house and not talk to nobody and be good.
Yeah.
But I realize I have to get outside my comfort zone if I want my goals to come true as well.
Right.
And so that's one thing I would say is just continue, because you're doing a phenomenal job on social media, doing a phenomenal job catching up and educating our community. And one thing I'm going to ask our community is to go through and follow Jess, go through and actually follow her, ask her those questions, because again, homeownership may be closer than you know it, maybe closer than you know it. And this year, it's our goal here at Prime Care to go through and make sure that our team members, I would love to see at least 10 to 15 of our team members become homeowners.
It's possible. It is so possible. And most people think it's not. Homeownership is easy. I tell people it's easy as 1, 2, 3. A lot of steps you're already doing it. How long you been at your job? How long you been at your job?
Oh my gosh, since 2010.
How long you been at your job?
Since 2007.
Yeah, so everybody like we got that 2-year history
Exactly.
like on point. Like what's next? Yeah, so it's that simple. Work on your credit. Be it whether you're getting a home or not. You always want good credit.
Yes.
So let I'm sorry. You finish your statement.
No, and then train your children to have good credit.
Wow.
You know, it's easy. They're pretty much a clean slate. There's so many different things you can do to make sure they have good credit. I always tell people, hey, if your credit score is good, credit card is good, add them as an authorized user to your credit card.
Exactly.
By the time they get to be 18, they can come out with a 700 credit score.
Oh my God.
Only if it's good.
Only if it's good. Now
don't
you
you mess with
you be late every now and then. Leave them kids
them kids
alone.
alone.
Don't mess with
You
the
gonna put them on the
babies.
water bill. Put them on the
Don't
electric
do
bill.
it. Don't do it. Don't do it.
So let me ask you something too. I know we talked about just the importance of home ownership. What if individuals have like single family members or single women, you know, they're accepting child support? Like, how does that work? Does that affect their, does that help out with their home loan approval? Like if they're receiving maybe like some additional funds
Yeah.
for like $500 or $600?
Great question.
Or disabled child,
Yeah.
does that work out? How does that work?
Absolutely. We can use those funds, those different funds. We can use it. Child support, alimony, disability, long as we show a continuation of 3 years.
3 years. Okay.
Yep. So if the child is 15 and they're getting child support, you know, it's going to cut off in 3 years. So we probably won't be able to use that. But long as it's court order, it's documented, we can see that, yep, this child will be getting this for the next 3 years. We can use that income.
Nice.
If your child received disability, that's additional income. We can use that. As long as it's documented, we take the award letter, we can calculate that in. And if we calculate it in, it's going to boost your overall income.
Okay.
Yeah.
The higher the income, the better. The higher you want to look at it like this, the higher the income, the less the debts, the better.
I got you.
Yeah. So if you're thinking about purchase, don't go out here and get this brand new car. Get your house first. I'm going to say that again. Get your house first.
Yes. Right.
I said you have to qualify for a house. People will give you a car.
Exactly.
Right.
Like, as long as you bring a check stub, you can get a car.
Exactly.
But we don't do that in mortgages. You have to qualify. All right? So we don't do that. No. Get your house first,
Right.
and then take your check stub down and get your car.
Wow.
Right.
That's all
After you close.
After you close.
After you close,
Perfect.
not doing the process.
Not doing the process. Don't do it.
Being put on my real estate hat, I have seen so many people, so many deals fall, Jessica.
Yep.
They get approved for the house. We, as an agent, we write up the deal, and then before closing, they want to go and buy some furniture.
Yeah, don't do that.
And guess what? They close, and the deal is
So
dissolved.
I coach all my clients, and one lady
Right.
said, "You done told me that 2 times, ma'am. I'm for the 15th
I'm
time.
going to make sure you understand.
We're not gonna mess with this long.
Exactly.
Don't you do nothing. I tell clients, sit on your hand till we close.
Right.
After we close, you can do whatever you want to do, not during this process. Because what happens is if you go out here and go to Rooms to Go, or go to whatever company you buy your furniture from, or go to the BMW spot and buy that car, we're gonna get a notification on Monday.
Right.
So you will automatically get a notification.
Yeah, that's this person credit was ran at BMW, and that's when we
Wow.
have to pick up the phone. But like, man, what did you do over the weekend?
Wow.
Yeah, well, I purchased a car. No, you did not. You know, but like, honey, you need to take that car back.
Exactly.
We closing this house. But yeah. So that's how we do it. So I tell my clients, like, no, 30 days, we're going through this together. And I always tell them, hey, we're going to become like best friends. We're going to be calling and texting every day. After this process is over, you know, hey, we probably.
I used to say we're going to be married for the next 3 months.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's how it's gonna roll. You gonna have plenty of questions. I'm gonna have plenty of answers. I'm gonna
Right.
call and check on you to make sure. Hey, make sure do not do nothing this weekend. It's sunny. It's nice out.
Yeah, exactly.
Not furniture
Go to the
out.
park and walk your dog. That's the only thing you need to
All
do.
we doing is the free stuff. We're not doing nothing that's gonna require you to run your credit. But yeah, most people follow through.
I love it. I love the heart of the, like, I feel that when you're talking, you have the heart of a coach.
Yeah.
It's not about the sale. It's about, okay, I want to see you get into your home just as bad as you want to. And I think a lot of times we need accountability.
Yeah.
I look at Phil Jackson and Michael Jordan. Phil Jackson was the coach. Michael Jordan was the player. Michael Jordan needed Phil Jackson just as much as Phil Jackson needed Michael Jordan.
Come on,
Absolutely,
come
equally.
on.
And
Equally.
that's how I see it. And I tell them, hey, it's no big eyes and little U's.
Right.
I tell them, hey, well, my credit are good, honey. I know what bad credit is like. I done had me a 5 something before.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah, and I done had the 8. So
Exactly.
I always tell clients, hey, credit can be fixed.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah, credit can be fixed. So don't let that be the intimidating factor.
Right.
I've seen all numbers.
Yes.
And I tell people numbers change.
Exactly.
That's the good part about it. And so, well, I'm embarrassed. I done seen the worst of the worst.
Exactly.
I done seen the best of the best. And guess what? I'm still looking at y'all today. So it don't
Exactly.
change me. So
Exactly.
it's not embarrassing. But the one thing you do want to do, you want to know what your numbers are.
Yes.
You should always want to know what your credit score is.
Right,
and if it's not right, credit can always be fixed. And it's so easy. But I mean, I tell people don't have the conversation today and you start 5 months later. You need to jump on it right now.
Wow.
Because credit get better with time.
Yeah. Well, I got one other question. I know this has just been a great after hours and after after show. So just to get back on that pre-approval, like how long does that last? Like say if someone gets the credit score, they get approved for the loan and they're excited, but they can't find their home. And so a few months pass and they're still like, okay, I can't find a home. I've been putting offers in and no one is accepting it. How long typically does a pre-approval last?
120 days. So pretty much 4 months.
Oh, that's good.
But I don't tell clients that because you'll wait till the last 2 days, find a house, and then we have to re-pull your credit. I had that happen once and I was like, hey, oh my God, you know, it's 120 days. The client found a home, went under contract, and I had to re-pull his credit and the credit dropped.
Oh, wow.
I called the realtor. She was like, I was like, what do you want me to do? She was like, Jessica, you the expert. You tell us what we need to do. I was like, hey, this person need to add. I went in, did my little calculations in the computer, and it told me, hey, this person need to be added as an authorized user. 3 weeks, credit score jumped back where it needs to be, was back in the game. We closed on time.
Wow.
So you don't want to wait to the 120 day.
Right,
Yes.
right.
You know, you want to find a home. You may not find it the first weekend. You may not find it the second weekend, but go ahead and find you a home, get under contract.
Within that 30 days, you want to, you want to
30, 45 days, find you a home, get under contract and close. You know, it's just, it's that simple.
I love it, man. Well, guys, there you have it. This has been the after show. I mean, again, a lot of jewels have been dropped. Jessica, again, you have to go through and reach out to her. Her links, her Instagram, her Facebook, everything is going to be in the show notes as well. Just again, we appreciate you actually
Thank you,
coming in
Jen.
and just giving
I'm
so much
excited.
information.
I got a lot of new things coming up, so I'm excited. So yeah.
All right, y'all. Make sure you follow her.
Yeah. Thank you.
Let's go.